What comes to mind when you think of the word bacteria? Does your mind jump to food poisoning, ear or urinary tract infections, whooping cough, strep throat, another terrible malady? I honestly feel bad for bacteria. I think they have an undeserved negative reputation because the truth is, the vast majority of bacteria are good for us and we need them to survive. So let's talk about our unsung heroes, our good gut bugs. In our large intestine, we have a collection of more than 1,000 distinct types of bacteria that we collectively call the bacterial microbiota or bacterial flora. We have a lot of bacteria in our large intestine. In fact, a study from 2016, linked to the study in the description, found that we house, on average, somewhere in the order of 100 trillion bacteria in our large intestine. That's 10 to the power of 14. Bacteria play an important role in our body. Our good gut bugs can extract extra energy from the food that we eat through fermentation. There are some carbohydrates that we just can't digest. When indigestible material makes it to our large intestine, bacteria can ferment these substances, which creates short fatty acid chains that can be used as fuel for our body. This fermentation also produces some gases like carbon dioxide, hydrogen gas, methane, nitrogen gas, and dimethyl sulfide, some of which are stinky, which is why our farts smell. This is also why we fart more when we eat stuff like beans. Beans are packed with indigestible carbohydrates, so our bacteria go ham and ferment like no tomorrow, creating more gas. Another vital role of our bacterial microbiota is vitamin synthesis. Bacteria produce B-complex vitamins and vitamin K, which play important roles in keeping our bodies in tip-top shape. What's more, our bacterial microbiota defends against the bad bugs through a concept called competitive exclusion. I'm going to borrow one of my professor's analogies. Imagine your large intestine is a hotel. If all the rooms in the hotel are filled with good gut bugs, there's no room for the bad bugs to take over. The presence of good bacteria in the large intestine increases competition for resources and makes it hard for harmful bacteria to hijack the environment and take control. But what makes bad bugs bad? This is determined by, the type of bacteria, but also by location and amount. Take Staphylococcus aureus, a common bacteria found outside of our body on the skin. If it's on the skin, it's harmless. If, say, we get a cut and the bacteria manage to get inside our body, we can get really sick. Real estate agents are right. Location, location, location. The amount of bacteria is also an important determining factor. Too much of a good thing can become a very bad thing. Take Clostridium difficile, an antibiotic-resistant bacteria found in our gut microbiota, normally in small quantities. When other types of bacteria in our microbiota die after we, for example, take antibiotics, C. difficile spots the open hotel rooms and makes a bunch of bookings. In large amounts, what was a harmless bacteria becomes quite the opposite, leading to diarrhea and inflammation of the colon that can lead to bowel perforation, which is when a hole forms in the colon, and sepsis, which can be deadly. And because it's antibiotic resistant, it can be really difficult to treat. New treatments now focus on restoring the microbiota back to a healthy state through fecal transplants, which is when fecal bacteria from a healthy donor is introduced into the sick patient's large intestine. This procedure is remarkably effective despite how gross it might sound. So, the next time you think of bacteria, think also of the many important roles they play in keeping us healthy. After all, not all heroes wear capes.